My name is Jeff Fritz, and I've got a couple friends here with me. Why don't you introduce ourselves?
Sure. My name is Jamie Singleton. I work with Scott Hanselman and Jeff here on the .NET team.
I'm Richard Campbell. I'm a malcontent.
Professional problem causer.
That's it. Make a couple of podcasts, .NET Rocks, Run As Radio, a couple of conferences, Dev Intersection and Angular Mix, and you can contain me for about 90 minutes, which is all we're going to be able to do tonight.
Nice.
And on the end?
I am Sarah Fatz, and I am with Progress. I'm on the Telerik team, and I'm also one of the partner companies and partners who helped coordinate all of these after .NET Conf activities.
After .NET Conf. Now here's the deal. Here's what's going on. This is the after .NET Conf. Our friends are in the other room.
Yes.
Finishing off .NET Conf at Channel 9, the other Channel 9, not this Channel 9. They can't see this. They don't know we're talking about them. But Javier's got the magic button over there that he's going to press that's going to send everybody flooding over to the Visual Studio channel and crashing in. I understand there's about 500,000 people over there that are watching that are going to join us.
Just about. A little more.
A little more?
Nice.
Nothing, it's about that many.
We'll see if the network holds together.
Right.
Yes, we will see if the network holds together. So I am just checking one or two things here to make sure we're ready to go. Let's see here, I'm going to do this. I have more than enough things running around here that we need to make sure are outputting and going out everywhere, because all my cool sound effects are not going out.
Nice.
I hear them.
I know, we did all this work to get that set up, and
They were so
Very
awesome.
important.
we plugged in the sound mixer here, and it's changed where the default output is going to. Yeah, the default output is going to the wrong place.
At least you found it.
At least we found it before.
There we go. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was loud. I am so sorry that kind of blew it out. That's better. Now we got the blue. Fantastic. And I see some of our friends that I normally see on my Twitch channel. I see Janescu there. Thought I saw one or two other folks. Seth Spearman's there. Cool. We're ready to go from
Sweet.
Channel 9.
Great.
I think we're on.
Are we on?
Almost on.
How are we looking over on the .NET Conf channel? The party has moved over.
It's moved over
So,
here. This
I
is the
think
part.
we're-
This is it, the place to be.
Do we have any rude noises we can make? Well, we can.
Oh, I can think of a few.
We need to get Dee Dee in here for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is the expert.
So, thank you everybody for joining us from .NET Conf. And yes, the party is starting here. We've got trivia questions. What else do we have besides trivia?
We have prizes.
We have prizes.
We have lots of prizes.
Okay.
It just occurred to me that I'm with an East Coast crew.
You are.
Yes.
Philly, New York, Virginia.
Yep.
Now, I'm out of Vancouver. I just drove down to Redmond. So, welcome to the rain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Good timing on the hurricane.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we're going home to the rain.
Yeah, I would take some time.
Yep.
Just let all that go by.
Settle it out.
Yes.
Right.
Don't get too wrapped up in that. Oh my gosh.
Craziness.
So, oh yeah, here I see the viewers coming over here. Yeah, my mic might be a little bit lower. I've just pulled it away a bit. This is also the lower mic. And I've already got all the gain fired all the way up. That
Nice.
was fun. Oh yeah, 1,500 viewers over here on Twitch. Welcome so much, everybody. Welcome.
Right.
We're so happy to have you.
Yes.
New York. All right.
All right.
Bellevue forever, says Dee Dee.
Yes.
Okay, I see what's going on here. And I think we've got some friends on Mixer also. Hello, friends on Mixer. Good to see you. I'm picking up on someone else's mic. Yeah. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Check
right.
to see if the pad switched on that too. There might be a little pad switch, and that sometimes that'll knock you down.
No, I don't see his.
It'll be on the upper rim there. So. Too technical. Don't go
There
there.
is no.
My audio chops are showing.
There's nothing there, dude.
Well, we've got a
So-
shout out from
Your mic.
Austin.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's go back over to OBS.
I will put out a roll call message on Twitter
Yes.
in the next couple of minutes.
Absolutely.
See where everybody is.
Yep.
Food's not here yet. Big hug from Philly, says Nick. Oh, look at
There
that.
you go. Your people.
Philly. Show me a little something. I forgot my My tasty cakes. Melbourne, Australia. Baltimore. Nice.
Evan asked if this is the party. This is the
the
party.
This is the party.
It's also if you're not following on Twitter, you want to do that as well, and you want to follow the hashtags .NETConf and Code Party. So make sure
Munich
you're doing
is
that.
on. That's
Munich.
late. What is it, 2 in the morning there? They're partying late.
Wow, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finland?
Atlanta,
Nice.
GA. Nice.
Nah, excellent. Wellington. That's where
Portland, Maine, that's pretty fun.
New Zealand.
No tapping at all from my mic. Really? This one, you're not getting anything off of this.
Uh-oh.
Nope,
Hmm.
that's not good.
Well, then maybe I'll just share
Wanna
mics
share?
with
Toowoomba,
Jamie.
Yeah,
Australia.
there you
We
go.
can share.
We can work
Sweet.
together on this.
Look at that. We're getting people
This-
from all
we're-
over.
That's
we're
awesome.
adding
That's
value,
fantastic.
Right?
We got a lot of Australia. Of course, it's morning in Australia, I think. So.
Yeah. What was the second hashtag? Asked Seth.
Hashtag Code Party.
Code party.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So 5:30. Yeah, my mic is off. We're not going to use that. I'll just lean in here on Jamie's. We'll add value. Right? So
We're going to start with a bang, right?
let a bang.
Yeah, nice. It's good. That's going to keep happening for the next hour and a half.
I've got sound effects aplenty.
Well, because the first prize giveaway,
Yes.
first via Twitter, is coming out at 5:05. So
5:05.
So a couple of
that's
minutes.
about
Just a
2
couple more minutes.
couple more
Yep.
minutes.
And we'll show what that trivia question is here. So the
Yep.
prize giveaway it's a question.
Right. So we're going to ask a question. We're going to ask that you answer on Twitter,
Right?
and we'll randomly select from the list of people who get that.
And when we say
question
we,
correct.
we mean none of
None
us.
of us.
Yes.
Nope.
Just a
Yep.
panel of
Yes, we
judges.
Yes.
actually, and we should probably do a huge shout out. We have a bunch of folks out in the other room who are making sure Twitter is running smoothly. So fantastic there. But we're giving away. Are we going to tell them now what we're going to give away?
We like I
Shall
said,
we?
leading off with a
Okay.
bang.
We
and
are.
An Xbox One X.
Yeah.
I don't
Nice.
even have one of those yet. I
No.
don't
No, me neither.
know. Yeah.
I just have the Xbox One, and
Mm.
it's great for watching TV, right? I've got all the things wired in there so I can watch Twitch, so my kids can watch me on Twitch, Netflix, right? All the stuff out there. Mixer, there we go. We got somebody from Mixer joining us. Hello, Manchester, England. Okay, there's another late.
Someone from-
Yeah, up late, 1 in the
Someone from
morning,
Nigeria as
midnight.
well.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Wow.
welcome from Nigeria. How do I follow the hashtag?
Just
Uh,
watch, you can type it in on Twitter and then just follow it along. All of the tweets that pop up within that hashtag will show up. Also, if you use TweetDeck, it's a really good one to watch multiple
Yep.
hashtags.
Yeah, that's what I've got open here.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you,
That's
right, so you can just have a column.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just a column of .NET Conf flying by.
Just
And
look
right
at
up, I want to
this
make sure I call out, right, here's our, right, we've got some sponsors that we want to recognize and thank by including them down here.
Your hand positioning is so good.
I've
That was
done this before.
impressive. Yeah.
Not your first rodeo.
No.
Oh, we have
So
somebody
we've done
watching
this
on the
before.
Mixer feed, by the way.
Excellent.
Yes.
SMAP is over there. That's it's Simon in the UK. All right, I think it's time for the question.
Is it
The
time?
question
Question.
has not gone out of my scheduled
Oh.
tweets. Oh, there it
There it
goes.
goes.
Ready? All right, so we're
Okay.
gonna put it up. We're gonna share it here in case you're not watching. Name 3 chatbot frameworks. Larry. Mo.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Or-
what it is, right?
Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
Yes.
We
Larry,
wanna do that.
Dale, and Will.
My other brother, Daryl.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Sure. So
Not
we
that
got
we're
those
dating
folks.
ourselves, right?
So name 3 chatbot frameworks. That seems like a pretty straightforward question.
Easy.
And, I mean, get on it quick so you can win that prize.
Yep. We need to get them in. There are more things coming, but I don't know there's any more Xbox One X's. So
There are cool prizes,
Yeah,
but this
there
is
are
the,
some
this
good
is the one you
stuff.
want to get
This
in
is
on.
the big one.
Yep.
So cool prizes like your very own signed copy of Windows 95.
Right.
woo. Have you looked at some of the boxes behind us?
This is insane.
Yeah.
It's like a little
Yeah.
museum
Museum.
up here.
Well, there's 2 front page boxes, which is clearly too many.
Bill's book and Satya's book.
Right? And there's a photo of the original Microsoft team from 1977.
Right.
So.
And so and the Visual Basic crate. I mean, literally, it's bigger than a VD6 box. There it is,
Yep.
right? Oh my gosh.
And by the way, oh, go ahead.
Yeah. How do they answer the questions?
So you're going to want to answer on Twitter. So reply with, you make sure you're using the .NETConf hashtag and the hashtag code party as
Right.
well.
Okay, so
And if
need
you're
both of those hashtags within your tweet with an answer.
Yep. And if you're stumped, keep following Twitter because there are some hints.
There are people busy answering
There
it
are.
right now.
Look at
so,
that.
Oh yeah, check that out.
Yeah, there's a flow going.
All right.
Where's the original flight
So they're
simulator?
out there thinking.
Original flight simulator box, that'd be something.
That would be
huh?
awesome, yeah.
I bet that's in the actual museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a real museum here, right?
Yeah,
this
there
is
is,
just an
yeah.
eclectic
This is like a
collection
relic.
of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
A relic room.
Just
Yes.
some artifacts.
Gotta keep up. For lots of folks from Brazil. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The second
So-
hashtag, Dee Dee answered, but the second hashtag is code party.
Right.
Hashtag code party.
So we'll figure out who the first winner is here.
Yep.
Fake museums. That's
Somewhere.
our friend Rob Windsor.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a fake museum. But
But
it's still walking in here and
It's
looking
pretty
around.
impressive.
Yeah, it's an eclectic bunch of stuff. They did lock up the HoloLens.
They did lock it away.
But they
that
left
would
the
be on
key.
my face the entire time.
I just did this whole thing
Jeff,
with it on.
The key is in the lock.
Don't get technical now.
I didn't
It
know
is
the-
locked at the moment.
Do tell.
Right.
Go on.
It is a party.
Will anybody actually see? Yeah, totally kidding. Think if Fritz wears the Visual Studio or .NET Conf. No, I went with NASA today. I thought NASA would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got
Those are
plenty of
those
hats to
space
rotate for tomorrow.
Well, me being down here, which happens on a fairly regular basis, I get cornered almost immediately about Geek Out show questions.
You've got some great Geek Out shows, right?
Thanks. There's 75 of them now.
75?
Wow.
Been doing this for a while.
Okay, I thought it was one a month, so that's got to be years of Geek Outs
It's
now.
2011.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we're not really doing one a month at the moment while I'm
Now,
working on the book.
and that NASA Space Geek Out was pretty impressive.
Which one?
Gosh.
The moon-based one
the
was.
The
moon-based.
movies we were just talking
Yes,
about.
we were just talking about that one.
Yeah, the moon-based one was with the one that NASA
Right.
called me on. But also when I did the space telescopes, they called as well.
Partial to the HyperX episode as well. That was
So I'm going to jump into the chat room, and I want to make sure that I key into the chat room with the Visual Studio account here. This will be on Twitch. I'll key it in. I'll jump over to Mixer and key it in there as well.
And while you're doing that- oh.
we've got a thumbs up here.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
All right, what do we got? Do we have a winner? No.
No, I think it's just the feed.
I think winners will be contacted directly.
Yeah,
we
I
are
think we're
going to
contacting
announce.
directly.
Okay, and
But
it's,
we will announce.
we want to tag. It was Code Party and what was the other one?
Code Party and .NET Conf.
.NET Conf.
And while you're looking at those hashtags, we've also just posted a poll. Which language for .NET are you partial to C#, F#, VB.NET?
Mm-hmm.
So
way-
participate in that poll for us.
They're still maintaining COBOL.NET. You can
Yes!
buy it from, it's
Okay.
on the marketplace. That's Fujitsu maintains that.
Yes.
IBM still maintains a Fortran.NET as well.
Wow.
Okay. But can you do Fortran.NET using punch cards? Or is that just not happening?
That's a big card.
That's so that's a question still. Just noticed the hit refresh book back there. Yeah, right over Jamie's shoulder.
Oh, it's also the employee edition. Do you know this
That-
access? Do you have
yes.
one?
We have
Okay.
the employee edition.
I read the regular edition because technically, and actually, really, I'm not an employee, but I've never seen the employee edition.
It's right there.
It is right there. So there's a bunch of extra notes are in there.
What happened to Iron Python, Richard?
Iron Python is still being maintained. It's not being maintained by Microsoft. It's a fully open source project. You can search for it, and there are folks. It's actually right up to date, as I recall.
Really?
Like it's being routinely contributed to.
Okay.
The struggling one is Iron Ruby.
Yes.
So Mr. Lamb's project from way back when. But the DLR, that entire dynamic library, it was a very challenging thing they were trying to do there. It's, you really are trying to put a square peg into a round hole when you try and do dynamic against the CLR. It's just-
Oh, absolutely.
Not that it didn't work, it's just tough.
It's a lot.
Challenging.
If you want to have some fun, you do some IL-DASM on F#. Like, look at what F# generates in IL. It's not a small thing. It's not a simple thing.
So, and just to be clear, for folks that might not know, IL-DASM, that's the intermediate.
Yeah, so IL is the intermediate
Language.
language, so everything you
It's
write in
assembly.
.NET goes down into IL at some point. And deep at its core, the CLR, it's an object-oriented space. So when you're doing functional constructs through an object-oriented space, you have to jump through some hoops.
Bin Habib looked up IronPython and says that it was last updated February 16, 2018.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty current.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Gareth was asking how he votes because he says he's an F# fan. If you go to Twitter and again follow the .NET Conf and Code Party hashtags, you'll see the poll there.
Nice.
And you can just reply, even if you just want to send out a tweet that says F# and add those hashtags, we'll add you to the poll. But I believe they actually did one of the polls that you can actually, an interactive poll.
Yeah, I think C# is dominating.
Of course we have
Yeah.
C# Fritz here.
Yeah.
See?
You are a little biased.
I'm a little biased.
Little biased.
It's funny, I had to SEO my own name because there's how many other Jeff Fritzes out there. So, yes, it's not allowing links to be posted. Put a couple spaces in your links, and Twitch will allow that to go through.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, the Visual Studio channel is a bit more constrained and a little bit more auto-moderated than some of the other channels you'll see on Twitch. Just because we need to maintain niceties.
And it's nice that we're getting some love for VB.net and all that situation.
Hey, Dee Dee.
Hey, Dee.
I'm trying to figure out the winner.
Nice.
All right. Our first, so do we want to show it real time and figure out if it's right?
Yeah, you guys better mute your machine.
All right.
That's
Our
you.
First, so do we want to show it real time and figure
We're in
out?
a weird time loop here.
You guys better mute your machine.
Crap, why is it not muting? Okay.
There we go.
All right. So, is botbuilder.net, Chatterbot, and BotPress?
Those are all bot networks. No two ways about
Then
it.
the
Bot frameworks.
winner is Tarun with a last name that I'm not sure how to pronounce.
Let me see it. Because some of us are willing to just dive off the potty. Absolutely.
All right, Tarun, you are the winner. Do you want me to tell him he's the winner?
You better tell him directly. Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Get that 1X out to you.
Oh my gosh, she's right there.
There you go.
Uh-huh. He just won. He just
Yay.
The potty.
Winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Follow
Congratulations.
Yeah.
with
Big winner.
at J Hadfield. Okay, I'm going to get out of here in a minute. Sorry to claim
That's me. Oh, he said his name right too.
prize.
Fantastic.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Thanks, Dee
Oh.
Dee.
Dee Dee.
Rob's calling out a line from .NET Rocks. Golf clap for you, sir.
And for those of you who didn't know, that was Dee Dee Walsh. She's
Yeah.
with Mobilize.net. She's one of our other partners who's been incredibly influential in making all of this come together as we work for community.
Now, is that XU Home? Is that a PUBG reference that you're dropping in there in the Twitch chat room? Where we're actually referencing something from a game on a developer stream. Oh, no!
Hey, I'm still trying to get around that idea that people watch you code in real time and then largely interrupt you to work on something else. Yeah.
And let me tell you, if you have ADHD, it's not what you want to be taking up as a career. Because I end up effectively with a call stack of topics that come from the chat room, and I'm unwinding the stack all the time. It's,
Yeah, look.
what were we last talking about? Oh yeah, and I was talking about this. Now I got to write some code again. What was we writing?
I like living in podcast land. I'm a couple of weeks ahead and good.
So the folks in the other room, Dee Dee and Jeff Hadfield, are reminding me to let you all know that was a big prize, but we still have more big
We
ones
have
coming.
Yes.
More
We have
prizes.
we have small ones, we have big ones, but we have 4 more grand prizes, 3 or 4 more grand prizes, 4 total, I believe. So
Did I hear there's some Surface Goes?
there might be
Oh
some
my
Surface Goes. I
goodness.
cannot confirm nor deny until that
Nice.
tweet comes out. But yes, we have some
So-
goodness coming your way.
So is question 2 coming up?
Yeah, let's get another question out
When
there.
is question 2 coming?
Question
So some of
2.
these are pre-scheduled out there.
When you say some,
We mean all of them.
there is definitely a plan around all of this.
The Visual Studios channel does host some streamers, absolutely. And I see Brendan's here. We regularly host the Dev Chatter stream. We host Code Rushed from our friends at Dev Express, Mark Miller.
Nice.
Of course,
Yep.
we host his channel. We host some user groups. So there's some user groups out there. .NET user groups, that was a big thing a bunch of years ago. And it's kind of waned off a little bit. But if you have a user group, get in touch with us, set up a camera, and we'll help broadcast you on the Visual Studio channel. If you got some great content, you might have some folks from all over the world tuning in and watching your show, your
Your
user
event.
group.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure.
You've got 50 people in the room, and you might have another 200
Yep.
watching online.
You know what else is also great about .NET user groups is we have a .NET Meetup Pro account that
Go
will
ahead.
help you pay for all of your meetup fees. It'll help you with speaker content. It also gives you tons of access to data analytics for your group. So not only us, but you can see like all the data about your user group and effectiveness of talks and how your user group is doing over time. So we highly, highly suggest you to go look up the .NET Meetup Pro account and get your user group signed up because there's tons of benefits for that.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
All right, next question coming up in 1 minute.
1 minute. All right,
Minute.
I've got
Oh.
the text for right down here all set up, right?
Let's see if we stay in sync.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So, let's see what we got here. We are being hosted right now on 15 other Twitch channels.
Wow.
So that's awesome. Thank you so
Exciting.
much. Some of our friends out there, like Talk to Me Gooseman and Thomas Herzeg from .vvm.
Great.
He's hosting us over on his channel as well. So
And-
thank you so much. I see Dev Chatter is hosting us, and I think another one that I'm a little partial to might be hosting us. Yep, there it is. Oh yeah, C# Fritz. He's hosting us.
I heard of that guy.
Yeah, he's done a thing or two.
And you mentioned .bvm. We should also mention that they're one of our sponsors. So
Yes,
Oh, fantastic.
we'll see them pop
Yep.
up here in just a second.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
Progress Telerik. Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
question is out
Okay.
for the $25 gift card.
What was the name of the Microsoft development tool for non-professional coders to build business apps codenamed Kitty Hawk?
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is a good one.
Okay, does it have anything to do with the Wright brothers?
Absolutely
No.
nothing to do with the
Does it
right.
have anything to do with the Carolinas?
Nope.
Not really, no.
There was actually a whole series of code names around that time that were based on.
You
Things
gotta
in the
answer in Twitter on the
Yep.
on the hashtag.
The answer's got to be
Binary
Twitter,
Logics.
yeah, with the hashtag .NET Conf and hashtag code party.
So
Oh, and they're
Yeah,
coming in
both
fast
of
and
those
furious.
hashtags and answers via Twitter.
Yeah.
All answers via Twitter.
Yep, only Twitter. This is right. You can ask us questions. We can have a good time
Yeah.
chatting here in on Twitch, on Mixer. We've got a couple folks over on Mixer. We've got a lot of folks over here on Twitch. I'll leave the that up. Should we go back? Should I go back to the Jeopardy music? No, we don't need to. I'm having fun with sound effects.
Yes, no, you've got a whole.
Yes, dude.
I'm pretty sure you got into this whole Twitch thing because you like the hardware, the gadgets.
Oh
It's
my
like too
gosh.
much,
This
yeah.
alone is pretty
This thing's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The Stream Deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So our friend Mark Miller actually runs two of them
Does he really?
side by side, so we can just have more buttons
Yes.
that he can program to do all the things.
Yes.
So how many different sound effects can you have on just one?
So the Stream Deck actually has 15 buttons,
Okay.
but you can actually put folders on each button
Oh,
Right.
wow.
that open up to
Fantastic.
15 more.
Yes.
And then you can put folders in there.
All right, and at some point
Right.
you hit the inception of sound effects.
Right.
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh yes.
too funny.
Let's see. Chapel Crayon over on Mixer says, I'm building a Blazor website, articles, code, and etc. I was thinking of streaming. I like watching people code, so why not? That's a great idea.
Absolutely a great
Blazor
idea.
is
Yeah.
so hot. People
Yeah.
want to learn more about it. To do a little bit of live coding around it, we'd be happy to cross promote you here on the Visual
For sure.
Studio channel and help you out.
And innovating, they're iterating really rapidly too. I mean,
Yes,
from
yes, they are.
from I think they're what 0.5 right now.
We actually met with, before I answer that, I just want to let you know Maxwell Bloch is our winner of the
Oh,
$25
fantastic.
Amazon gift card.
For
So
the-
Dee Dee will get in touch with you. And the answer,
was light switch.
light switch.
Light
Yes.
switch.
Light
So
switch.
they were right.
Yep.
The folks that were here in the chat room, yes.
And that was a very long-lived code name. The
Yes.
product itself went
Okay.
through many changes
Yeah.
along
Yep.
the way. The very original version was actually a WPF implementation,
Okay.
but it never shipped as WPF. It became an HTML5 product before it actually went out the door.
But that product was very hush-hush. Actually, the
Yeah,
team
the
was here in
code
this
name
building.
hung around for a long
Yeah,
time.
and the team was in this building when they came out. And I remember being at a Visual Studio Partner Summit, and they brought us, a select group of us in to brief us on it. And
Mm-hmm.
we were told just to meet in the lobby, and we weren't given a meeting room number or nothing. We just had to, when we got here, and the first rule of Kitty Hawk was, there is no Kitty Hawk.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Did they put a blindfold on you,
Yeah.
walk you into a room one by one?
That's what it felt like, yeah.
Oh, man.
But going back to Blazer, bears mentioning Dee Dee and Gabriel from Preemptive and Jeff Hadfield and I met with Robert Greene this afternoon, and we
Nice.
did just a quick little Facebook Live interview, and we did talk quite a bit about Blazer. So if you're interested, you can go over to the Progress Telerik Facebook page, but we'll also Dee Dee will be tweeting those out and sending them out from Mobilize or from her own account as well. So, and obviously you'll hear a lot more about it over the next few days. So.
Yeah, lots happening over
Yep.
there. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so
You know my rule around, it was actually Brad Abrams that taught us this back in the day about how you get a great product name like Light Switch. Light Switch and Kitty Hawk, they were both, good code name, good product
Yeah.
name. That's an exception. That's not
Okay.
a
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Normally you have a great code name, you end up with a terrible product name. Code name Avalon.
okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Fantastic name,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
What was the product name?
Well, wait a sec. No, which one was that one?
That's Windows Presentation Foundation.
Okay, yeah. All right, so you confused me there for a second. I'm thinking, wait a second, was that what turned into Web API?
No, that's had a different code name.
Okay.
And then, of course, to fix that, they went the other way. When they made WPFE, which was Windows Presentation Foundation
Everywhere.
that was the code name, man.
Okay.
But what's the product name?
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Windows Presentation Foundation everywhere. That's got me thinking of Silverlight.
That was
There you go.
Silverlight.
Okay.
And we
Not bad.
at .NET Rocks, we pre-recorded an hour-long conversation with Brad Abrams for the launch of Silverlight that went out at Mix. And after he did his 20-minute demo, we dropped that show. And one of the explanations he had is, I wanted a really great product name, so I knew I had to have a terrible code name.
We have a couple more
All right.
people chiming in on their favorite code names.
Yes.
Yeah, Hailstorm,
Red Dog.
Hailstorm, Red
Wait,
Dog.
you mentioned
He
Hailstorm?
says
Where's
code name
Hail?
Red Dog.
Yeah.
Rob Windsor.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going to say, did Mary Jo Foley see
Well, yeah, that Hailstorm became, I believe, .NET Services at the
Okay.
time, which went away.
Yes.
I don't think it ever really became anything. But then, you think about what's happening in the Azure PaaS space. It's much more.
Project K. Oh,
man.
Project K. The single character projects for a couple of years there. That was a thing.
Yep.
So yeah, Project K. That turned into ASP.NET Core.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
it would have
it's-
been great if ASP.NET Core was spelled with a K. That would have been, right, just to throw it back.
Maybe a backwards K.
Make it a thing. Yeah, like it's a strikeout.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think that's actually necessary.
So Jay Chandra actually has one that I know you're familiar with, Oslo.
Ah.
Yeah, look at that right there.
Oslo was the project. It was never a product, okay? It was
Sure.
a project that taught me that if you haven't shipped anything in 2 years, your likelihood of shipping is actually going down
Okay, sure.
as it goes on longer and longer. So here's a weird Oslo story for you.
Okay.
Carl and I, way back in the day, did a 3-day marathon .NET Rocks streaming session.
Oh, and I remember that.
You were on it.
I was a phone-in.
You phoned in on it. It's a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
And so we did 3 12-hour days back to back, which let me tell you, the end of each one of those days, you're just a little punchy.
What about like 24 hours back to back?
Who does that? Nobody does that. That's
Crazy.
crazy.
No one would.
So one of the problems, we made 36 shows. In theory, we did. Actually, there's a few that we just by the end of it, like, okay, that wasn't a show. But one of them was with Chris Sells.
Okay.
And I went on a rant with somewhere in the middle of the show. It's like, you have been talking about Oslo for years. When are we going to see something? Like, when is something going to actually happen?
Yes.
It was bad enough that I consider Chris Sells a friend. I've known him a long time.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of it, he said, "Let me know when you're going to publish that so I can warn PR." Like, he didn't say you can't publish it, but it was harsh enough. And in between, because we had so many shows backlog, in between the time that we recorded it and we published it, and we could have published it, Oslo got canceled, and so we threw the show away.
Wow.
It just meant nothing. Now it was just mean.
That, yeah.
Right.
Like, it turned into nothing. But
Wow.
that happens.
Oh my gosh.
So let me ask you guys this. Do you remember the code name for .NET Framework 1.0? This is kind of a trick question.
Was it Aurora?
No?
No?
No, Aurora.
Or was Aurora
something else.
CLR?
No. Aurora was the user interface for ASP.NET Core.
Interesting. But maybe that was a reused code name. What was it?
So there were actually two.
Ah.
Project 42, after the building where the team was.
Yeah, I've got different stories on that one.
Yeah, and Lightning.
Oh no.
And Lightning. Yeah,
Lightning.
Lightning was
Yep.
what I was thinking of.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting as I've been working on writing a book
yeah,
on the
yep.
history of .NET is the .NET was not a sort of intended product. It sort of emerged from all these different efforts, and one of those efforts was Project 42. But there was this whole explore around how do we help enterprise developers
Right.
build projects efficiently
Right.
in those with modern tools, modern techniques, and so forth.
Interesting.
DNR Show 10 with Chris Sells, one of the best ever.
And still downloaded constantly.
Really?
It's in the hundreds per month. And I'll tell you why. It is a detailed explanation of how our garbage collection works.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And so what's interesting is it's still correct. Right? It is the garbage collection explanation.
Yeah.
By the way, I just fired out this tweet about the project that Twilio worked on with Azure Logic Apps for SpaceX.
Yeah, pretty
Really?
cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
SpaceX's launch alerts come out via this.
Via Twilio.
Yeah, Twilio and Azure Logic Apps, which I think is, anytime we get a chance to work on SpaceX stuff, you should do it.
There's something Rube Goldbergian about Azure Logic Apps.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like I've got all these different services. How can I put them together and just make something cool that's maybe way overcomplicated?
But I think part of it is also this idea of I'm writing less code and I'm gluing services together and dealing with identity paths and those sorts of things. It's we as developers are prone to writing more code than we probably should. I go back to one of the first times I met Billy Hollis. He was making a video about being a code addict. You are addicted to code.
Yeah.
And there are existing solutions. And Logic Apps is an approach to saying write less code, build a better solution.
There's definitely something to that, right? And they say the same. Well, but serverless, you're still writing a bit of code.
Well, without a doubt. It's just that it's more glue,
Yeah.
right? It's
Sure.
it's like the modern mashup now. Are these platform approaches with a little bit of code here and a little bit of code there. I think the challenge really for me, wearing my hat as an IT and operations type manager is how do we make sure we have all that code in the right place and know what it's doing.
Jeff Holland did a nice project where he used Twilio to set crypto coin market checker with thresholds with durable functions. Jeff Holland's one of our speakers tomorrow.
Nice.
Here on .NET Conf, you can tune in, Twitch, Mixer, and over there on the .NETconf.net website.
Fantastic. 2-minute warning for the next trivia question.
Next trivia
Coming
question.
up.
Okay, this mic isn't working.
Do you want to take one of these and I can lean in?
We could share.
We can share.
All right, let's do.
Because let's face it, I don't need to be near a microphone. Now we're about to find out whether it was the.
Nice projector.
Yeah, I have a lot of practice.
Do we want to slide one?
So do I grab that one?
Yeah, just
Bring
take it.
Yeah, that one might
Yep.
be
Take it,
easier.
and I'll put this between us.
In the big ugly arm.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that better? Oh my gosh. Now I'm on.
Who says we're all code addicts?
Of course.
Yeah. It's easy to be addicted to code. Code is fun.
It's live. What's live? The next question? Is the next question
No,
live?
that question is not up yet. We have less than a minute to go.
Now you're being told you're too loud.
Oh. Who knew?
What is this too loud you speak of?
I know, right? We're just going to keep moving that a little bit further away.
Yeah, a little bit further off, a little bit further off.
Totally planned. Now you have to turn your volume down.
Nice.
Now wait, Smab, you're just bouncing back and forth between Twitch and
Just
Mixer.
bouncing all around.
You're starting to moderate, which I find weird.
I know. That's what I do.
You're trying to moderate your voice. That's not normal.
It's not right.
Oh, that's the people who grew
My
up
mic
on
is
Guns
dead
N'
now
Roses
too.
concerts.
You can't hear me?
Now
Nice.
just
Yeah, just too loud.
Now I'm dead.
You love me. Oh, thank you.
There
No,
you
I
go.
did not bring my mug with me to Seattle.
All right, there comes our next prize is a Surface Go for the next question, which is
Which Microsoft executive introduced himself?
that is not the correct question.
That's not the correct question.
No.
that was one of our $25 questions.
All right.
Well,
What's-
don't read that.
What's
I can tell you, where does...
Where does Visual Studio put generated code when you use attributes and Rosalind?
No, that's a fan coming off the
Oh,
PC.
so that's your fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're working pretty hard. So try number 4.
Well, let me do this. I
you actually
can
look it up?
poke around here and see what
There
it
it
is.
There you go.
That's the
That's
correct
the one.
question.
Yep.
Question 4.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so let's put that live. There it is. Where does Visual Studio put the generated code? Where does it put it?
Yeah, when you use attributes in Rosalind.
It puts it on disk.
Don't
Puts it on the C drive.
Fire it out in Twitter with the hashtags CodeParty and .NETConf. And we will have Dee Dee coming in, pulling that up.
In the temp directory. Sure.
Sure.
Right. The current directory. On the top shelf near the peanut butter. Well, there's another good place. Okay.
That's a perfect
I like
place
that
for it.
design.
I
actually.
would. I don't have anything funny like
No,
that.
I don't think you can hear my mic either now.
We're killing mics
We're just
rapidly.
gonna
I know.
just crunch them off. You know, we don't need it.
One
We
at
don't
a
need
time.
it.
No, you're good.
Yeah?
It's just not. I don't have the gain all the way up on that. I need to
Okay.
back this off more.
Well, go back it off. We got a little bit of time here.
We do.
I got another $25 gift card coming up in a couple of minutes.
Nice.
Cool. Exciting.
Is that better? You happy?
Maybe. Maybe.
Let me see. Oh, no.
Let me know. How's that sound?
And people are referencing folders with the name R. Campbell, and it's like, no, I use Rich Campbell, so that wouldn't be accurate. That's-
But one of my friends, SQL Mr. Magoo,
Yeah.
puts the code on the blockchain, of course, as one does.
Oh, and the coconut with the lime.
There you go.
Oh, that's a great place.
Ah,
Oh, we still don't have a right answer on Twitter, folks.
Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
This will get you a Surface
Open
Go.
Surface
The Surface Go.
Get out there and hit the Bing and find out where it puts it.
I did tweet out a hint as well, so if you go watch,
Go
watch
Bing
the video
that.
from Mobilize, you will.
Go Bing it. Now I do have to play Jeopardy.
There you go.
Absolutely.
You can find this.
And it's worth finding.
It is. A Surface Go is a
Surface
cool
Go.
device.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my gosh. So,
the price is a big.
yeah. So, in the registry, no, that's not where it puts it. Lithic says the obj folder. I don't know.
Obj.
Right? In VSTS, aka Azure DevOps, when you commit it. I don't think it puts it there.
And we'll
That's-
wait on
Rosalind
winner, 'cause
doesn't do
we've
that.
got 1 more minute to a $25 gift card question coming up too.
And Dee says nope. It puts the code in the basket right next to the lotion.
Are you talking about you're talking about a spa tool now? Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Well, that would be Angular.
Lotion and baskets. Okay.
No.
Still
So
no.
still nope. Lots of nope.
Not a no.
So it doesn't
Lots
put
of
the
still
code in the
nope.
basket. It puts
Where
the code in
does this-
GitHub. I don't think it puts it in GitHub. Rosalind doesn't put it there.
Where does Visual Studio put generated code when you use attributes and Rosalind?
We got to move on to the next question. Just tweet it out.
So, no, the good news is, by the way, that keep working on
Keep
that
working
one.
on it because
Keep
we'll
working
keep
on
having
it.
a winner.
So the next question is that the right one? Which Microsoft programming language and version
Yep.
first used context
Sensitive help.
sensitive help?
This
Got
is
it. Somebody
way
answered the last
back.
one. All right. Into your code just before compilation. It says Gareth Hubble. I don't know. But which programming language first used context sensitive? Now, context sensitive help. Is that referring to IntelliSense?
Not directly. Are we
Okay.
talking about F1?
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In a new source file, .NET-Conf code party. You're in the wrong window, Tony.
Oh, you gotta tweet it. Tweet
Yeah,
it.
tweet it out with hashtag .NETConf and hashtag.
Janesco got it right for the Surface Go. He's one of the viewers on my channel. Oh my gosh,
Nice. That's a
Janesco!
great
Congratulations.
Yay.
Golf clap for you, sir. VBA. Well, you got to answer it over there on Twitter for question 5 right over here.
With a hashtag.
That'll get you. What's the prize behind this question?
This is $25 gift card.
$25.
Amazon gift card. Tweet your answer with the hashtag .NETConf and code party in order to enter your answer into the prize options.
Yeah. A chance
Although I
for-
like seeing your answers here too.
Yes.
This is-
Yes, so
Yeah, it's
we've
fun.
got the chat room in front of us and we're watching all the great fun answers coming by. So, everybody.
It's a busy Twitter. It's a storm.
It is.
Twitter's busy
It's
and,
there are worse problems in this world.
oh my gosh.
Ooh, I would also suggest to follow Rich Campbell's Twitter. He's tweeting hints to the questions as also the questions on their own. So definitely make sure to follow him.
Oh yeah. Look at all the
This guy.
VB answers people are suggesting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Basic 4, 6.
Microsoft Bob?
There you go. What is Bob famous for?
Those
Burgers.
stupid glasses.
You know who led the Bob project?
Who?
Melinda French. Do you know who Melinda French is?
No.
Melinda Gates.
Oh! The plot thickens.
Dun dun dun.
I was hoping we had a miss for that.
No, I don't.
For that. Nope.
No.
No, don't have that.
Nope. Not
Sorry.
that. Nope.
Next.
Yeah, I blew it.
Now, John Brown tweeted that he worked on that project. John Brown, are you talking about Bob? You'll have to tweet back and let us know.
There we go. We've got a winner. Shannon Dunn won a $25 gift card. Hey!
Congratulations, Shannon.
And I see Jeff Hadfield just put out the tweet for another question, which was, which of these Microsoft languages did not get ported to OS2? C, Basic, Fortran, Pascal, or COBOL?
There's the question.
There it is.
And this is what
Did
is
not
this?
get ported to OS2?
Why would you not port it to OS2? Well, okay.
Crazy.
How does OS2 have the punch cards for Fortran?
Nice.
I love punch cards. What can I tell you, man?
Yeah. All right, you need to spend more time with punch cards. I think you've got to do a Twitch stream with punch cards once.
That would be amazing.
It'll get
to
you
do.
over it in a big hurry too.
No, it wouldn't.
That was
It's that
back when-
retro thing, man. What's old is new and cool again. Like ASCII art.
I think you're mistaken.
Everybody loves ASCII art.
Yeah, ASCII art we definitely love.
When I go to the CLI and I type help on whatever command it is that I want to run, I want to see cool ASCII art.
Somebody's saying that COBOL was never ported, which is an interesting question because, of course, OS2 being an IBM product, and IBM produced the original version of COBOL.
That's a real smack in the face to
So, but
IBM.
yeah, it seems like a conflict of interest, really.
It
There.
does.
IBM also, distributed one of the most significant versions of Fortran. They continue to distribute Fortran.net, so that's an interesting question too.
You have a weird fascination with punch cards.
I think I couldn't argue with that.
Insane.
But I do know
They're
what to get you for
amazing.
Christmas now.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
With the tag, do not fold, spindle, or mutilate. Which begs the question, what's a spindle?
Oh, yes. Because what's her name? Sleeping Beauty pricked her finger on a spindle, right?
Yes. So how do you spindle a punch card? That's the question you've got to ask. Because they tell you, specifically on the punch cards, do not fold, spindle, or mutilate. Spindle is twisting it.
Yes.
So the corners aren't lined up. It doesn't go through the feeder properly.
Do I
Sad that I know that.
do I remember paper tape backup and Oki Data tape ink printers?
Oh,
Yes.
goodness, yeah.
Yes.
And when you say good times, you mean good times like not good times at all.
They can tell.
repressed
They can
memories.
tell my age from the beer.
All right, so mics are kind of random.
No, they're working. You're
Yeah.
definitely working.
Yeah, you can see levels. The only mic that was broken was that one.
Oh, no one's gotten the answer right.
Goodness.
There's
Price
only
still
5
available.
answers.
Yeah, just
You have options.
spit them all out. Just-
Pick one. Just tweet all of them.
Tweet them all.
I like multiple choice. Multiple choice is good.
Multiple guess.
Multiple guess.
And actually, we'd probably have another question coming real quick.
We do.
Ooh, they're firing off now.
What was that?
Do you want to give me?
I may have already
I
gone
want
by.
to give you the answer.
No, don't give out the answer.
Oh no, Dee Dee, don't do that.
But you can bring some of those Twix in that you had for dinner.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here it comes, Richard. There it is. Gareth is suggesting dye it a nice rainbow color. That'll hide my age.
You gotta be
You're
bold.
doing that,
You
right?
know what that?
Oh, it feels like it's happening.
Yeah.
So we're getting real close to 4,000.
Nice.
So, how many are actual Microsoft languages? Well,
Well, really none of them, right? Microsoft has only ever made one language from scratch. Only
yes.
one. And they only did it because they had to.
There's our friend Janescu, who just won that Surface Go. Congratulations!
Good, he's back.
Awesome.
He was probably filling out some paperwork.
We got a couple of minutes before the next question.
So I think Bin Habib actually answered your little question there properly, Richard. Is he correct there in
Yeah.
the chat?
That is correct. Absolutely.
But that was not for a prize.
It's
So
not for
sorry.
prize, sorry, just for kudos to you, Ben.
That's right.
Well
Brownie
done.
points.
Brownie points. We'll give you some points right here. Let's send some of these.
Question you gotta, if you're feeling that clever about knowing it was C#, the question is, what was Anders Halsberg working on for Microsoft before he made C#?
TypeScript.
That's not true.
Oh.
That would be after. I said before.
Oh, .NET. He was working on .NET.
That's not true.
Visual Studio.
No, not that either.
Delphi.
For Microsoft? That's an interesting question.
That's a conflict, isn't it?
We have people answering.
Oh, look at this.
And it's J++. He did J#.
J#
Only after he did C#, then he did J#. But it was
Look
J++.
at Gareth. Wasn't C# supposed to be non-copyright infringing Java?
The original code name for C# was actually cool, as in C object-oriented language.
Not as in cool CSH.
No.
The best Twitter handle out there.
Who would use that? Nobody uses that.
Go follow cool CSH and let me know what you find out there on Twitter. I have a feeling it's... let's see. C# is basically Java done right.
Yeah,
Well done.
I'll cheers to
Well done. There you go. Salute that one. Common object-oriented language.
So true story.
True story. Oh my God.
True story. So we.
Did we get an answer to this one?
Oh, they all got ported.
Yeah.
True story. I was at Microsoft at the time, kind of at Microsoft for a long time. So when Sun sued Microsoft, I want to say us, but I'm not at Microsoft anymore.
Right.
But when Sun sued us, we had to destroy all of our Java product.
Yep.
And so the only way that we could think of to do it was we called the city of Redmond, and the fire department came over, and we did fire extinguisher training. And we burned all of the Java boxes in these big, huge barrels. And then the city of Redmond gave us the fire extinguishers to extinguish them.
Okay.
Nice.
Great
That's
story.
old Microsoft. Yeah.
That is a funny story. I love
How
it.
come we don't burn things more down?
Yeah.
I join and it's all rules and regulations.
So
Not enough fires anymore.
Not enough fire, not enough arsenic.
So let's pull down that question,
Yep.
and we'll get ready for. I think the next one
Next
is
one.
question 7.
Yeah, and the next one's coming from Mr. Hadfield in just a couple more minutes.
All
So
right.
We have a little bit of time. I did get a chance to tour the SpaceX facility down in Los Angeles.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Do tell.
It was during one of the road trips. I think it was a 2012 road trip.
Okay,
We got
okay.
invited to take a walk through. Went with an engineer. It looks like a car factory.
Really?
That's one of the things that's interesting about what they were doing down there is that they were not manufacturing rockets the traditional way, and it's literally the difference. Rather than building a rocket in one place, they have an assembly line. So
Teslas come in, rockets go out.
something like that.
Okay.
But they literally are building everything from scratch there. So they had one of the machines that I spent some time with, I was blown away by, was a laser sintering machine that they use to sinter titanium.
Okay.
So they're literally making components from powdered titanium. And one of the pieces they let me take a look at was a bulkhead. So it's got the curve of the rocket. It looks solid from one way, but you turn it another way and you can just see it's almost completely hollow. So it's for minimum weight. But there's literally no other way to manufacture that except laser sintering. So they're
Wow.
using this additive manufacturing process to make completely unique components.
Very, very cool.
It's really an interesting experience to walk through and to see how they think about building rockets. And really, in some ways, like coming from we want to start from scratch. We want to build everything ourselves. With this model they call vertical integrated, where they're building every piece themselves.
Yeah. Walk says, I'm trying to find my visual J-Sharp CDs. You know what? I was going through old desk in my basement, and I found my old Visual Studio 6 box, that one up there.
Right.
And I believe there was a J-Sharp disc in there. I was like, oh my gosh, look what I found, because I found all of that.
Well, and J-Sharp's job was to allow the J++ folks to move to C#. So it was actually using the Java syntax, but compiling to the CLR rather than to the JVM runtime that Microsoft had built.
NT Spec is asking for a clarification, Richard. Sintering, what's sintering?
Sintering is taking powdered metal and melting it into solid metal. So it's a technique done by welders.
Okay.
Literally, when welders add to parts, I've seen sintering onto surfaces, but the 3D additive manufacturing technique is literally sintering from powder.
Okay. Why are we being taught Java if everybody in the business world is using C#? Yes, why are you being taught Java?
Great question.
There is still a lot of Java out in the world. Let's be clear,
Yes.
right? It's not going away. And we are more brothers than anything else. You know, the managed runtime model, a pure object-oriented language, I mean, admittedly, we do generics better.
We do. Well, we did it first.
Well, we did it second. But more importantly, and I think this is the real distinction, as the battle of the generic solution for Java was going on while .NET was being developed. And so .NET had the advantage of thinking we're going to need to implement generics from the very beginning. And one of the key people, I've read the papers on this when they were working on the initial designs in the late 90s, was Dr. Don Simon. Our father of F# worked hard on the generics problem, along with folks like Mads Torgensen, Anders Halsberg, and Eric Meyer.
Eric Meyer now, program manager for Visual Studio Code.
Eric Meyer works for Facebook.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of that runs Visual Studio Code?
I'm not sure.
Who's running Visual Studio Code?
Somebody.
Yeah. Nobody should be going to college for programming. It's useless. Now, Raventhorn, come on now.
How you learn programming is a very
Right.
interesting problem.
It's simple. Watch people writing code live on Twitch.
Who would do that?
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Was that?
That question just came out. Okay, I didn't have that on the list.
So we have
there.
another question.
Yeah, so kick to the next
So the
question.
next
Jeff just
question-
put this one out.
Is this one?
Yes. In what country was the compiler for Microsoft Quick Pascal developed?
That's very Googleable.
I'm going to guess it wasn't Liechtenstein.
We were just
We were
Country.
just there.
We were.
There was nobody programming there.
Hey, Jeff, by the way, Chris Diaz is.
Chris Diaz. That's one.
Okay.
Yep, we actually spent quite a bit of time with him today as well during our.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Facebook
Okay.
Live videos.
Nice.
Oh,
You
fun.
can meet everybody who's on the VS Code team that's in Redmond. There's also a bunch of them in Switzerland on our videos. So we'll make sure that those get out to the world to see.
Yes, links are disabled in the chat room. That's
Aw, no links. People are disappointed.
we got to make sure that bad things don't get out on the channel.
Microsoft Quick Pascal, of course, that has to go up against
Slow Pascal?
Well, Anders had made Pascal, ultimately made Delphi. But he did Turbo Pascal.
Right.
But that's not what we're talking about.
And just so you all know,
No.
Dee Dee has posted another poll. This one isn't for prizes, just for fun. But if you follow our hashtags, she wants to know what's the next framework you plan to learn. Is it going to
Okay.
be Angular, React, Knockout, Ember, or one of your own?
ASP.NET
That's
Core.
the poll.
ASP.NET Core?
I'm going to learn ASP.NET Core.
Mark this down for ASP.
Xamarin Forms actually is what I want to learn.
And it looks like we have another question coming up in 1 minute.
Oh man! Hurry up and figure out what country was this. Okay, I'm going to say it's not Antarctica. That's not really a country, is it?
I actually know the answer to this, but
I do
Really?
too.
Is it still a country?
yes.
Okay,
That's a good thing.
that's a good thing, right? It's not a country that's no longer a country because it got
Does that happen?
moved around a little bit. Little bit. Major hint on Twitter. Who is
All right.
Major Hint?
Next question is up.
Oh my gosh, we gotta get to the next question. The next question is
There are major hints on Twitter. So
Oh.
keep following those
Major
hashtags.
hints on
not this Jeff, different Jeff. Jeff Hatfield's tweet. All right, next question is,
Ooh, I see the answer on Twitter.
what Microsoft Dev tool was internally known as Slime?
You know, you're not supposed to answer.
I didn't say it.
Tweet it out. Hashtag .NET Conf and hashtag Code Party.
Perhaps see the beret on the gal's head.
Ooh, fancy.
Most of the ones I know in French would not be appropriate. I just said a word that might have given it away.
Actually, I already see the answer.
Oh,
Nice.
Answer's already out. We're
These
moving
ones are
on.
coming
It's fine.
fast because we got another question coming up in another minute.
Oh man, so what Microsoft Dev tool was internally known as Slime? Slime? Really? I'll give everybody a hint. I wasn't a program manager of it, all right?
Okay.
Not you?
So there's a start. That, I think, eliminates 3 program products. So,
So now those are the right hashtags there.
Yeah.
Alpha and cat.
thank you so much. Yes.
Alpha and cat.
Yes. Thank you.
Or is it Alpha and D Cat?
There you go.
I was thinking alpha.
Alpha and cat.
Alpha
I like
and
it.
cat.
Right. Oh, like Alf, like the from the 80s.
Mhm.
That Alf.
Elf. And didn't he eat cats?
Yes.
Did he really?
That was a thing back in the day.
I was always scared of him. And I never
Apparently
knew why.
they-
It's because he eats cats.
Yeah.
There you go.
Apparently they're going to come back.
Oh, we got a correct answer.
Nice.
Or-
And there's the next question
Maybe I
out.
think Alf and Cat was the correct answer because that was from him. I think that's what you're saying, yes?
Where do you get these questions from?
Well, we actually sat together and made them up.
And made them hard.
Yes,
A large
we
group of
actually-
people got
a
together.
group of us.
So question 9?
Yep, give it a try.
We're on question
What
9.
Microsoft Dev tool was released and canceled before the first copy was ever sold?
Did he watch Savage? Yes. Amazing.
And you were right about Alf
Oh.
and Cat.
Yes.
Yes.
Likes cats
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like likes, no. eats them.
With a little Chianti and a side of fava beans.
Yes.
I've come to appreciate over the years that no cats are actually domesticated. There's only cats that believe they can kill you and cats that believe they can't.
Oh,
That's
no,
as
no.
domesticated as cats ever get.
And let's face it, you are the cat's pet.
Without a doubt. I think the big distinction is understanding that once you die, your cat will eat you.
Yes.
A dog will sit beside you
And mourn you.
Yeah, mourn you. The cat's just going to
Yes.
go, hey, he's
Yes.
food now. One last meal.
Second Silence of the Lamb reference during the stream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even start it. It was over there.
Oh, I'm second.
You did have the first one.
Yes, you went first on this.
Cats adopt people. You're the one being trained to do the tricks.
I think the better explanation is, a dog sees, you keep producing food for the dog, and the dog's like, they make food for us, they must be gods. And cats look at that and go, they bring food to us, I must be a god.
Let me check and see if we did get an answer to
Did we get an answer to the slime question?
Yeah, Dee Dee wrote it up there in the chat room. You can see the slime answer is SLM,
There
the
you
Source
go.
Library Manager.
That's
But we're
great.
now looking for this one, question 9.
What was the first dev tool released and canceled before the first copy was ever sold? And we are a minute away from the next question,
So I'm guessing it wasn't an open source
probably not.
product.
No.
I'm guessing. So
And actually, if you guys are looking on Twitter, if you're watching on Twitter, I can tell you that there's a massive hint in the picture that was used. for
there was a
that.
hint.
Nice.
Well, just by the picture.
Okay,
So look at the graphics.
let's see. Old is a state of mind. Yes. What happened to question 7? I thought I had the right answer.
Dee Dee will get in touch with you, Alpha and Cat, and let you know one way or the other.
That's right. .NET My Services.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that Hailstorm?
Oh, you know what? I will make sure that we answer the question after the winner, so you're learning something. Great point. We just want to make sure that the questions have been answered.
All right, next
What
question
was-
is up, and it's for a Surface Go.
Well, what was the answer to this?
I don't
Oh,
know.
we can't
Make
say
sure
it yet.
that
Yeah,
So-
so let Dee Dee declare the winner.
So we got to go to question 10, and question 10 is, for Surface Go, Microsoft announced Azure DevOps this week. What are its 5 key elements?
And again, there are hints in Twitter, so make sure you're following those hashtags.
Follow along Twitter.
Kevin Griffin, hello, hope you're staying dry.
Yeah.
Yes, dry and safe, Kev.
I'll be back on our side of the country in a matter of hours.
Oh, leaving so soon? Not going to stick around? We can do a recap at the end. The tweets are scheduled and they're coming fast and furious here.
Yep.
What are its 5 key elements? Now, here's the cool thing about DevOps, and I'm kind of proud, and I'm going to plug something here. Monday is our big workshop that we're going to do. We've got a number of folks from Donovan Brown and Abel Wang and Oren Novotny are going to join me on another Twitch stream
Nice.
and Mixer, and we're going to go through and show exactly how to use all the cool new features of Azure DevOps. So tune in, check that out Monday. We start at, I hope I know, it's 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. And there is an event posted here on the Visual Studio channel if you'd like to save the date.
Somebody asked what was on the
I'm
table.
going to take a fiver. I'll be right back.
Okay, while you guys are looking for answers, so you asked what was on the table. We have some .NET Conf swag. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a really cool sticker that
Stickers.
has we have the sticker with the octopus and obviously the .NET Robot sticker, and
Of
then
course.
some pins with .NET
I want a
Robot.
pen.
And yes.
They're cool.
They're very cool.
Absolutely.
Very cool swag.
Yeah,
So-
very cool .NET swag.
So local .NET Conf events,
Yes.
right? The .NET
Yes.
Conf local events are getting some of these stickers and pins being
Yep.
sent out. You could use that on your new Surface Book. Absolutely.
Yes, great place.
Maybe
to
not
put
the
it.
pen.
Mix
Might not work.
MCSD Apodica. You need to put that on Twitter so you can win. There's our friend Calum. That happens to be Glenn Condren. Hey, Glenn. He wants one of these there pins. We don't have too many.
You can purchase them on the .NET Com store.
You can?
Yes, you can.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It looks like
Yeah, so they're available for purchase on the .NET Com store. They're not expensive. They're quite cheap.
Sad panda, huh?
oh.
The only Surface I have is the original RT. Would love the Go. I think the Go's a neat
It
device.
is a neat device, but we should probably mention, so right after our Surface Go question, another question was posted.
Uh-oh.
So this is the one, question 10 about Azure DevOps and the 5 key elements. That's for the Surface Go. Next question we had is, what is the name of the app hardening tool?
That's the
It's
wrong
in there twice,
one.
yeah.
I think I have it in there twice. Do tell. Let me just take a quick look.
Yep, and I think somebody already. Oh, and Gary Brill is the winner of the Surface Go.
Wow, Gary Brill, congratulations. Golf clap for you.
Yay!
What was the answer to that question?
I will get that answer for you right now.
All right, so this I actually have labeled as, question 12.
Okay, yep.
Somewhere I doubled up. All right.
Don't worry, I can tell you that we have one more Surface Go at least. So you definitely want
more.
to pay attention.
So, what else? I have the Surface Pro 4, also had a 2. I have the Surface Pro 3, and I keep a Philadelphia Eagles keyboard attached to it.
Nice.
I really like that. I need to rebuild it now. It's a Windows update or 2 out now. So,
Gotta stay up on
So
those
somebody
updates.
yeah,
Somebody
right.
asked, by the way, what the answer was to the Azure DevOps question.
Yes.
So the 5 key elements are Azure Boards, Azure Repos, Azure Pipelines, and talked a little bit about that with the VS Code team.
Yes.
Definitely some cool things there. Azure Test Plans and Azure Artifacts.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Are the
So,
prizes from the
Gary was
random
one
correct
that- one
answers
that
or the first person
Gary
to
was the one
get
that won
it?
Congrats, Gary. It's a good one.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's random because order is very tough when we talk about stuff like Twitter.
Yeah, it's random, close to the first ones that they get.
Yes.
Use the mic, please. We are using the mic.
We are. The mics are all around us. That's what these things are.
Yep. So,
We'll just yell.
Much yelling.
Daniel, put that up on Twitter, man. Get some gear, man. Win some prizes, like Janescu did.
Yeah.
So they're saying Sarah
We
to.
can't hear you.
Oh, me.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
You're the one that needs to lean into the
Yeah,
I
you
will
might,
lean
you
in.
might have to lean in a little bit.
There you go. You have twice.
To the left, to the left.
What is the answer format? Question number answer? No, just post your.
Just post your answer with the
With the hashtags.
Yep.
Yeah, .NETConf and hashtag code party.
We have the next question is up on Twitter.
I think it is, yeah. Try flipping to the next question, because there was a couple here that might have been questioned. Oh, there it's correct,
There it is.
okay.
What is the name?
Name of the
Oh,
pond
yeah.
behind Microsoft Building 4. I've been to that pond.
I was just there on Monday.
Do you know the name of it?
I don't.
You guys won't be surprised. I
No.
It's not Lake Wobegon.
No.
Like what we got?
It's not the great.
Probably not an Azure data lake either.
Oh,
Because that pond's been around longer than Azure has.
sure, sure. Your office used to overlook it. Well, there you go. It's the Great Glen Lake.
Oh,
No,
all right.
I don't think that. No, no. Crystal Lake. No. It's only named that on Friday the 13th. Fossils.
Lake.
We have a winner.
We have
The
a
answer is
winner.
Actually, so I'm not sure if this gentleman or person. That
AGRTGA.
is the correct answer, and Dee Dee says we do have a winner on
He
Twitter.
says he has a
Lake
winner, yeah.
Bill.
But no prize.
His original corner office is on the second floor of Building 4.
Really?
Like,
Lake Bill.
And that's where Glenn's office it was for a while, I guess. Breeding HTML, but in Twitter. Ah, okay. Cool.
Bill, as in Bill Gates. He's like asking.
Bill G.
The Bill.
G, the Bill.
The
G,
Bill.
like the Bill G.
Bill G.
There's no way I'm going to get to these before someone else. Give it a try, Yorksy. You might. So keep an eye on Twitter, and they're coming out there
It's
first.
coming out
Yeah.
faster than we are.
Yes. Bill Gates. Yeah, he's done a thing.
Heard
You
about
might have
him.
heard of
He's
him.
a guy. Does some stuff. Got a foundation.
He's got a couple shekels.
I had an opportunity to go down and spend a little time at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Really?
It's very interesting, having worked with lots of different kinds of charities and stuff around Humanitarian Toolbox.
Yes.
Their foundation is run very much like a business. Their metric requirements and so forth with donations are sophisticated. They are about getting results.
Fantastic.
It's extraordinary, and it's changed charity.
Okay, good.
Irrespective of what you think about them and the particular projects they've taken around vaccinations, malaria, and so forth, the energy that they put into how you approach a large-scale charity effort, it literally has shaped charity around the world.
Nice.
It's a much more complex idea, but it is very significant. It was Jeff Rakes, who was a senior executive here at Microsoft, that ran the foundation for them first, and he was the driver behind all of that shaping.
Very cool.
Minute out from a swag bag giveaway.
Swag.
bag.
Yeah,
from our friends at Preemptive.
from our friends at Preemptive.
Very cool.
Coming up.
Developers. Where have we heard that before on Twitch? I don't know.
We heard it on Twitch?
Oh, about 3,700 times.
Yeah. You know, that was an MGX event, right? That
2001.
that rant was entirely internal. It just got a little external.
A
A
little?
little external.
A little?
All right, I think the next question is up.
All right, now I think, if I got this right, I believe it's this one?
Yeah, is that the one? Yes, that's the one.
What
Wow.
year did Dotfuscator first appear inside VisualStudio.net? Now, I think that's a hint in the question.
I think it is a hint in the question, yes.
Visual Studio Doc.
Oh, she's getting it. She got there.
I think I know the answer.
Blame Jamie. Usually people use the word developers on Twitch to complain about a game. Dr. Disrespect. Yes.
It's true.
The good doctor, as
Yes.
it were.
He's had an interesting week, it seems.
Yeah. Much love to you, Doc, if you're
Yeah,
out
hope
there.
you're well.
Oh, man.
Hope you're well.
Well, there was a little bit of news around the
Yeah.
doctor. We'll talk about it later.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, We've got some dates being thrown out here. 2003, 90. 90?
Get out there.
What shipped in 90? Nothing. Well, actually, I think Windows 3 shipped in 90. 3.1 was 91.
It's up
So
there.
what's left? You know?
Yeah, it's probably up here somewhere.
I agree, Ben Habib. 90?
Yeah, it seems unlikely. Just
Yeah.
saying. Seems unlikely.
Yeah. 2017, Dotfiscator first shipped.
No. That seems unlikely.
Yeah. Yeah. And it does show time to time. It shows about 3,700 times. Every time there's a new follower on my stream, Steve pays us a visit.
I got to play 2 holes of mini golf with Mr. Ballmer
Yeah?
many, many years ago.
With the windmill hole?
That kind of thing.
Okay.
I can't tell you anything about the holes. I was with Steve Ballmer. I was a bit distracted.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you this: neither one of us was counting strokes.
There you go.
It wasn't good, but really enjoyable. He's a lot of fun.
So we still looking for an answer on question 14? I just see folks throwing years
So
out
what's it,
here.
2019?
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Getting a little random. And we got another question coming up.
Gabe is following up with him on Twitter.
There you go.
All right.
Somebody got it
Alright.
So we got a winner, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
sounds like we got a winner. Because that was Dotfiscator.
Yeah.
2003.
And it was,
Yeah.
2003.
Use Twitter peeps.
One of the, they.
Is that the marshmallow treat? Twitter peeps?
Nice.
Or is he telling people like, hey peeps, use Twitter?
Yeah. That makes more sense. Okay.
See when his next question comes out, because it should be any moment now.
Moment. Who's it going to be? It's not used anymore in 2020. I beg to differ.
I'm from the future.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. Dotfiscator's getting arguably more important over time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And go get back in your DeLorean there, Hamza.
It's funny you asked that. You mentioned that. All right, blow up that next question.
Next question.
Let's see
Is it that one?
That's the one. What's the much cooler than the product name, code name, for WCF, the Windows Communication Foundation, from 2011? That's not right. I think that name actually got applied in 2006, but that's not
That's not the right year.
Irrelevant to the question.
Yeah, not irrelevant. They're not relevant to the question. We actually first heard that code name at PDC in 2003.
Yeah, that's been around for a while. And since I was the former PM of WCF, I know this because they still reference it every now and again.
Sure, it's just one of those things that comes up. So make sure you're tweeting out that answer with the hashtags CodeParty and .NETConf.
Yeah.
You'll get to pick one of them as a winner. Do I know what they're winning? Why no? No, I don't know.
What are they winning?
$25 gift card.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks for the shout out, Edie. We had a major release today of Telerik and KWY. It's our third of the year. So
Congratulations.
It's been a
All
very,
right.
very busy day for me. I've been up since
Shipping
early
software is
hours,
hard
shipping
work.
software, yep, and then here for .NET Conf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gareth knew this
And then
one.
I think
Yes.
to Baltimore.
It's my guaranteed plan that I will sleep on the plane tonight.
Yeah, you're actually red eyeing it out of here.
I am red eyeing it
Oh,
out
my
of here so I
goodness.
can
You're a
make
trooper.
it ahead of the
That's
storm.
tough.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Astoria was, I think, something else.
Yes, definitely.
This is a gift card. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the answer has been given on.
Do we have a winner?
It's been many, many
It's been
times.
mentioned many
Yeah,
times,
Dee Dee,
so
you just
hopefully
got to
y'all
pick
will-
one because that one came flying.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put that down. If we do have a winner hanging out there, we'll see. We shall see. So, and I have us with about 3 questions left. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it seems
Edie
about
said
right.
no winner yet. So those of you
What?
who are on Twitch,
If you're on Twitch, throw it out there on
throw it
Twitter.
out there
Get
on
it out
Twitter
there.
because
Put it on
guys
Twitter.
have said- It's been
Yeah,
said
I've
many times.
seen it many, many times on Twitter with the .NET comment.
Yeah, I was like, I keep seeing it.
Many times, so.
Oh my
It's out
gosh.
No winner, as in no answer.
there. Yeah,
It's-
that's
see
not
the
correct.
answer,
There's
yeah.
lots.
Ooh.
All right, I'm concerned.
My Twitter's blowing up. It's out there.
Yeah.
I remember when Visual Studio 6 was delayed and we had new t-shirts called Ship, Shower, and Shave. Skip the last two.
That's fantastic.
The old days of death marching, right?
Yeah.
Yep, if you guys are, get on Twitter, people.
There's lot.
someone.
There we go. We've got a winner.
There we go.
Woohoo!
What's the average age in this chat? Well, the Twitch chat?
That's probably very stressful.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good question.
We're well-rounded, very inclusive. Everybody.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh. Apotica and I are on the same path here.
Nice.
Was there ever an answer on where to find the .NET Conf store?
Oh, yes. Here, I can tweet it.
You can tweet it. We can throw it in.
Let's throw it up there.
Put it in the chat room for Twitch. What's the URL?
I like the answer 42.
It is the answer.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
I like that answer also. Lucky me this year.
How can I send it to you, Jeff? Teams, WhatsApp.
No, let's not do Teams. Tell you what, just no.
I can
We could do the thing. No, bad idea. Just go to Twitch and punch it into you.
I don't have the Twitch because I didn't want it to double feed. And then that would be bluffing our actual watchers.
So what? Who's counting?
No, I think we had the conversation earlier that age is really just a state of mind. So
Absolutely.
I'm going with that.
Yes.
Average age of a Fortnite stream, 7. What's the answer to the WCF question? I thought it was Indigo.
It is Indigo.
Yep,
Yeah.
we did DVD.
Yeah. And there were tons of Indigos almost immediately. I'm sure we literally had our Twitter client overwhelmed.
Good to see you too.
So, all right. Yeah, tweet it and I can grab it out of the Twitters. The Twitter sphere. Did you tweet it?
I just put it in the chat, but I can tweet it. I'll just tweet it. I can do that. I have that ability.
You have Twitter abilities. Those 3 pillars.
Of tweeting, Twitter, and Facebook.
You know how the Longhorn name came about, right?
Now, it has nothing to do with Texas.
Not a thing.
Okay.
Actually, it has
So
everything
there's
to
a
do with
start.
British Columbia back home. So the code name for XP was
Right.
Whistler, which
Yes.
is Ski Mountain in BC. The
Absolutely.
code name for the next version of Windows was Blackcomb.
Right. That was another.
Yeah, and that was, and then, actually, I think that code name has been reused, and that's another ski mountain. In fact, is right beside Whistler. They're 2
Okay.
side-by-side mountains. And when they restructured their original plans for the next version of Windows into the simpler project, they backed it. They picked a bar that sits right in between Whistler and Blackcomb, called the Longhorn Bar.
Ah ha ha ha.
And folks from Redmond making the drive up to Whistler is a pretty common thing. There's a real famous story of Bill Gates and a group of guys getting stranded on Highway 99 on their way to Whistler. And a fellow came along and helped them fix their car. And I don't know if it's actually true, maybe a apocryphal story, that apparently Gates, to thank him, managed to track him down and paid his mortgage.
Wow.
That's a thanks.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
Again, don't know if it's true.
Oh my
It's an
gosh.
apocryphal story.
Could have bought him a cake. Or
Somebody
paid
asked
the
if I
mortgage.
forget anything. I'm thinking absolutely not.
Not very many.
Somebody had asked a few minutes ago if I'm in the Boston office. I am not in the Boston office. I am actually I'm a work from home person in the Virginia Beach area, which is why I'm heading back home tonight.
I just hope your flights are fine.
Yeah, I think
Depends
so.
on how
I'm
the
actually
weather
not
is.
going into Virginia Beach. I'm going to fly to DC and then meet my family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're
Outside,
inland
yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
Should be all
we
right.
we were evacuated, so we're heading
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're off the coast anyway.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're safe.
Yep, thank you.
And the family are
Thank
safe.
you.
Uh,
Somebody else escaped Virginia Beach.
yeah.
I'm a spy, not a member of resistance. You'll be first against the wall when the revolution comes.
Listen to that. Why am I?
Somebody misses the
Doesn't
three
like me.
pillars of Longhorn. Of course, the three pillars were Avalon, Indigo, and WinFS.
Yes.
And we know what happened to Avalon and Indigo because they appeared
Right.
as part of .NET and so forth. What happened to WinFS?
Gone.
Not true. Though,
No?
Actually, the first place that those WinFS bytes showed up was Exchange.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Okay.
construction
Okay.
of the way the Exchange wrote to the file system. And actually, you can see some of those bytes now in storage server too. Microsoft's
Well, that makes sense.
rethinking of the way to do storage, the thinking that was originally part of WinFS, started appearing in products that needed to write disks in a meaningful way.
Okay.
And so Exchange made this radical shift, and I'm pretty sure it was in 2009, where they basically said, like, just give us a block of drives, we'll take care of everything, and which was a big deal. But if you think about the way storage services work, all those sorts of things, that is like the great grandson of WinFS.
Okay. Right, and this is the whole big thing with with SQL Server. You just need more space. You need more memory.
Correct amount of memory for SQL Server is more.
Yes. All right. So here's the .NET Conf store. Is at, and
Did
it's.
you find my tweet?
I did. I found the tweet, but it's going to give me some nastiness around posting a link in here.
Do it.
So
Yeah.
let me put some spaces.
While he's doing that, we have another question coming up pretty soon on
2 minutes.
yeah,
2
this one's near and
minutes.
dear to my heart.
Yeah,
So
I bet
it's-
it is, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So it is stores.cotisdesign.com/.netconf. Wow.
Because no links allowed.
Yep, that's right. Is Silverlight better than Flash?
Well, it leaks less memory. How's that?
Okay, that's a start.
Well, that whole thing, the thoughts on Flash that Steve Jobs put out in 2010, that really was, they're not going to allow plugins to run on the iPad. It was all about Flash. It was what Flash did to the iPad. And I think Silverlight was a byproduct casualty.
As the broadcaster, I'm exempt from the linking rules. There you go. There's the link.
Oh, nice.
That's better.
What's that? Wampa TV says WebAssembly will end them all.
Okay, the fact that somebody named Wampa is telling us.
I'm going to go with that.
Well done,
I mean,
yes.
we've done a bunch of shows around Blazor and WebAssembly in general. Like,
You
it's
guys know
very
this one?
interesting. What's that?
What product was codenamed Daytona?
Oh, I remember the code name, but I couldn't tell you. You? No?
So what that's telling me is that Supro Tim.NET Curry is actually Mary Jo Foley.
And I'm pretty sure MJ confirmed this, but there was a time when Mary Jo would come to the Microsoft campus and she would ride the shuttle buses
Yeah.
and just listen. And eventually they started putting up her face in the shuttle bus saying, "If you see this woman."
Hey, thanks for the .NET bot, Gareth Hubble.
Nice.
So, yeah, folks get that emote when they subscribe on my channel.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's a rumor. She denies it.
She denies it.
Yeah. Next question is up.
That one, I believe, is here?
That is not it.
That is not it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is
Go
it this
back.
one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Which version of Visual Studio introduced one-click hosting?
Near and dear to your heart, you
Near and
say.
dear to my heart. It was actually a big project. Big project.
Can I get them shipped to Morocco? Get what shipped to Morocco?
Stickers and everything? If that's what you're
Yeah,
asking
I mean,
us, they can
Yeah.
be shipped
They'll
internationally.
ship
Sure.
global.
I want the client-side Blazor to be a thing that survives and becomes a first-class feature.
Feature.
Thank you. That's supposed to be ASP.NET Core, but it's yeah.
But it looks like a link, so it gets crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want
I
that
thought they
too,
were
Evan.
cursing.
It's pretty cool. So still an experimental project, but who knows? I think it's interesting to see that other groups like the Google guys with Golang now making a WebAssembly implementation.
Yeah.
So the more folks pile into this space, I think the more
And, right.
it gets interesting it gets.
Fortunately, we had Spectre and Meltdown, so everybody was forced to get new browsers. Guess what? Everybody's got WebAssembly now.
Yeah, it's interesting to think that way. I actually got a show on RunAs coming up the end of this month sort of a Spectre Meltdown recap from an IT perspective.
Ooh.
Where are we at?
Oh, I got to listen to
It's
that.
a great conversation.
Every now and again, I tune in to Run As because you've got some really good guests there that make me think back to my days working, doing DevOps at .com startups, and oh man.
I'm super pleased. I've got Ben
I have a gift.
Gabriel.
Gift.
It's a box.
Ooh.
It's a do nothing box.
A do nothing box? I think it does something. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what this does. I built one of these. I keep turning on the switch and it turns itself off.
Oh, that's frustrating.
That's interesting that you react that way, Jamie. I'm thinking of it as self-fulfilling, right? It's like I can turn this on so it'll turn itself off.
Oh,
There you go.
I see, I get it now.
So did any of us know what the Daytona was a code name for?
No.
There have been a couple people who've suggested .NET 3.5.
Yeah, I
No.
don't know the answer.
I don't
I
know the
don't.
answer to that one. Super Tim, if you know, if you want to share us, that would be fantastic. You've stumped us.
Yeah.
But the
But
current
question
question.
on here, Dee Dee, do we have an answer yet?
No one has gotten the right answer on Twitter.
Ah, okay.
For one-click hosting.
One-click hosting.
One-click hosting.
This was a big deal back when
It
it was
became
actually, I
a
can
deal.
give you a,
I don't think I know there's actually a prize associated with it, so you're not stealing anything
not a
away.
prize
That doesn't look like there's a prize
All of them.
associated with
it was announced, it was
Right.
part of visualstudio.net, and it was announced at TechEd in Atlanta in 2001, 2002.
Mm.
it. Wow.
That's
Right-
pretty good
right back
hint.
at the
And
beginning.
It's near and dear
That's-
to my heart because I actually worked for a company called Bringster, which is an ASP.NET hosting company, and we were one of the very first partners.
Fossils dropped the answer into Twitter. You might be right. And Raventhorn, drop me a tweet on that at C# Fritz, and let's talk about that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Next question's up.
All right,
And that's not it.
that's not it.
I think it's just another question. It's not probably part of the list, actually.
Oh, maybe they're just
Yeah,
throwing them
they're
in.
just throwing some extra questions in there. This one says, which Bellevue hamburger joint had a speed dial number on the Microsoft Corp phone system? Which, that's an interesting question.
Bellevue
All right.
Burger Joint.
Yep.
Is it
I'm
that
sure
one that
you
we'd like to
had
go
Microsoft
to
had speed dial.
across from the Hyatt?
Nope.
And it was actually integrated in the Microsoft phone system.
That's insane.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's probably an earlier day of Microsoft. I'm just
Okay.
gonna guess.
It wouldn't happen to be named after a certain bird. As a scarlet-colored bird.
No.
Really?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, so
Is this one for a prize?
It
I
doesn't
don't think
seem to
it is.
indicate that there's a necessary
Maybe give it
prize. It's just a
another,
trivia question.
We're getting close to
Getting
Our
close.
yeah, so I've got two more questions loaded here.
Yeah.
And those are two prize questions.
Are they?
Wait, there are burger joints in Bellevue? I thought the only one sold kale and bagels. No, it sells gluten-free buns on
They're
those
big on the
burgers.
gluten-free here.
Yeah.
Yes, and I
They love
love it,
They're gluten-free.
Said the celiac.
said the celiac
but
that's been drinking coffee like it's going out of style.
we do have an answer to that.
We do have an answer?
I don't know if this was for a prize, but I've seen the correct answer.
Really?
Roll up the screen. Yeah.
Nice.
On Twitter?
Oh, on Twitch.
Oh, on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put your answers on Twitter.
Because I see a few of them on Twitter as well, so they're
Okay.
definitely coming in.
Version not year. Well,
Yep.
that's the product name, right?
Right.
I mean, do you really want to
We're gonna
say
talk about this, so yeah, it was visualstudio.net.
the
Yeah.
original?
Yep. And
So,
it was announced, one quick posting was announced on stage during the keynote at TechEd Atlanta.
All right,
Good.
next question is up.
okay.
And trivia time.
Is it
question.
this one that I keep accidentally going to?
Well, not that one. That's the one click.
No,
hosting.
not that
Try
one.
The next one.
This one.
That's correct.
Okay,
The
finally.
original code name for Cortana. What was the original code name for Cortana?
Microsoft
Yeah.
Virtual Assistant.
There you go.
I'm going to go to another question here in the chat room from, is that YetiMan01. How do I make games in Visual Studio? Check out Unity. Unity's a great framework that you can use to program with C#, build games. There's some great games that have been built out there with Unity.
For sure.
A Pokemon Go was written with Unity. Hearthstone was written with Unity. Check it out. In fact, we're even going to have a Unity session as part of .NET Conf. At the very end, Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and UTC is something else. Was Cortana's codename Alexa?
That is funny.
That would be funny.
Clay Cree says Hunter 2. That's another insider there, inside joke. Clippy. No, Sean, I don't think you're right.
You know, while we're waiting for that answer to come through or winner to be selected, I think we have something funny from Preemptive Guys, not just the box. Do we have time to show that, or?
I can show that. We can go to that video briefly. Where is it?
In 1 minute, I'm supposed to be pulling out another question, although we're not requiring an answer for 48 hours. But that tweet will come out.
Let's hold for a second and,
Yeah, no worries, yeah.
do the question, and then we'll go to the right. You're referring to the coffee video.
I am.
Okay, I can go to that. I can go to that in just a second. Do the thing over here. This is the last question. That's why I want to make sure I showed this.
Perfect, okay. Good.
Right?
Yep.
So, but we're looking for the original name for Cortana.
Original
Now,
code name for Cortana. Yes.
the original name for Cortana was Cortana, but no, I think the
Code
original
name.
name for the Halo character was Cortana.
No,
Yeah.
the
The code name was Cortana.
And they just.
Why, it was a trick question. Are you just Inception, Jeff?
And Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
in the same boat.
Jeremy
I'm
got
like,
it right.
but wait.
Jeremy-
There's like an infinite loop going in my head.
Yeah,
Wait,
that happens.
Oh.
All right, next question's up. Let's see if it appeared as is. That's not it. All right, so that was a different question that just went.
then yeah, they're giving us the wrong questions here.
Yeah,
I will turn that off.
that question will come up after the thing that just came up, which was they're going to pick a random winner of the next 48 hours for a Surface Go. So,
Okay.
a non-trivial thing for the question: how many Fortune 500 companies that use preemptive to protect their apps? And they do include in that tweet that I just sent out a link to a video that will help you answer that question. And that's for Surface Go. They're going to pick the winner over the next 48 hours.
Are they limiting it to one winner per person? I think I don't think you can win more than one prize.
Well, it's all random.
It's all random, so it's possible. We're not going to
Possible.
make any certainty, but it seems unlikely. There's a lot of people on this feed.
A lot,
We're not
yeah.
trying to give multiple prizes away to the same person.
But
But
definitely use your hashtags. Hashtags.
yeah,
Originally, Cortana was only meant to be a code name, but a petition on Windows Phone's user voice site proved it to be so popular that they made the code name official. I think I've heard that story.
yeah,
Heard that
that's
story.
what happened. And it's a good name.
And Dee Dee's saying that she's going to put all the winners into all the people who get this next answer correct into the fishbowl, and she will do a total random draw.
Total random draw. That's
Fantastic.
awesome. All right.
Random draw.
Answer.
And the last question just came out, and that is the one here for a $25 gift
The last
prize.
question.
How much did the original version of Quick C sell for?
Go to the Wikipedia. Yes, that might be a good place to look.
Yeah, might
give
be a
you the answer.
possibility.
And I think Apotica there, that is not the original code name for Cortana.
I quit.
Hi, Cortana.
No, we've all got mics.
Everybody's got mics. which
So
is
we've got
sharing.
three,
Sharing
they're-
is necessary.
strategically placed. So we did want to make sure that we share a little video from our friends about Dotfuscator, right? Let's
Well,
go over.
We're in our last minute, so go for it.
Okay, what I'd like to order is
Open your project.
an iced half-caf venti, octo shot.
Go to our online documentation.
Okay, hang on, an iced half-caf
Copy
venti,
this simple, short script.
3 pumps cinnamon dolce, 3 pumps white milk,
Unload and open your project
pump
file.
vanilla, non-fat milk,
Paste at the end of the file.
light ice, extra whip, caramel drizzle,
Reload and build.
chocolate drizzle, hazelnut drizzle. Did you get the hazelnut? Okay, white chocolate mocha.
Ta-da! We're done.
Fitting on here?
Okay.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I would never order all that stuff on my coffee.
Sounded intense.
Well, at some point, it's not coffee anymore, right?
Yeah,
It's a
just
milkshake.
Sugar.
Yeah. That's basically what it is.
So did Louis Beltran win a hamburger? I don't think so.
That seems unlikely.
No, I don't think we're giving away hamburgers.
Hey, it's
Although I'm
6:30.
hungry.
It is 6:30. I think it's about time.
That's a fast 90 minutes.
So
That
remember,
was so quick.
remember to go back to, we have that one question where if you answer, again.
The
use
next 48
hashtag
hours.
Answer in the next 48 hours. Dee Dee's going to put everybody, all the winners in a fishbowl and announce a winner on Twitter using hashtags .NETConf and Code Party.
And a big thanks to all of our sponsors: Telerik, Mobilize.net, Preemptive, DocuSign API, Leap Tools, .vvm, Contrast Security, Gnostis, Twilio, DevExpress, and CData Software. So glad to have everyone participating. I'm really glad you guys hung out with us. It's been fun for the past 90 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And have a great .NET Conf.
Alrighty.
Thanks, guys.
So come on back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon East Coast time, and that's 4 p.m. UTC, right? Which means it's, let me do the math, 10 p.m. India Standard Time. And we'll have more .NET Conf. And actually, you know what we're going to do after we're done here? We're going to rerun .NET Conf from earlier today on Twitch. You won't be able to ask questions, but you'll be able to see some great content again. And we'll see you tomorrow as we get ready to start 24 hours live from Channel 9. Alrighty. Take care, everybody. We'll see ya.
Bye.